This content is for educational purposes only. What you do with this information is at your own risk. Thank you for watching. Enjoy.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be a part 1 of 2, and we will be revisiting the infamous GTA ports on the Nintendo Switch. So let's go ahead and check them out. Okay, so before we get started, I would like to mention that you do need to have a moddable Switch in order for this to work. So what I mean by moddable is if you have either a first generation Switch that is unpatched, or if you have any of the later versions of the Switch, including OLED, that is modded with a chip. So if you have any one of those, then we can go ahead and continue. Okay, so the reason why I have decided to revisit this is because I've been getting some new comments on my old video, and I think this video is maybe 2 years old now, I'm not sure, but it's pretty old. And these comments are saying that my links are broken. So normally I just go and I fix the links with some new ones and we'd be good from there. However, the place where I store my files at, those files were taken down for obvious reasons because these ports has some major controversy with them, and I'm not going to really get into that. But I lost those files, and then I had some backup files on my PC, but my hard drive failed and I ended up losing everything as well. So I had to only reply to those comments with that I lost everything, there's nothing I can really do about it. And I had some replies again saying that if I could upload them, that would be pretty cool. So that's where we're at right now. I went ahead and dove deep and I looked and looked and looked, and several hours later I finally found the Vice City and the GTA 3. And they're just the bare bones. And what I like about these is that they're updated from my previous video. There were some glitch issues and some controller issues from my previous video that I was showing, and on these packs they have been fixed. So these are really old, but I'm guessing that I had one of the last updated versions. Not sure, but I'm not going to question it. Everything is working fine, and all those questions or issues that I had on my previous video, I don't have them this time. So that's what we're going to be doing. And in today's video, we're going to be doing the GTA Vice City because that was the most recent comment. So let's go ahead and check that out. Okay, so now what we can do is download this one zip file for today. But unfortunately, I cannot post the actual link in the description. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be posting this in the community tab. So those of you that do not know what the community tab is, it's just a page in YouTube where I post all of my relevant things on what I do on this channel. In this case, I'm going to be posting the link to the REVC. So if you look in the description, there's going to be a link that says click here to go to the community tab. So at the time of this video, the post will most likely be on top. But if you're in the future, then you might have to scroll a little bit until you see where it's posted at. So I would show you, but I'm trying not to so much because I don't know how much controversy this is still, and I want to have the video posted up as long as possible. So with that, once you go to the community tab, click on the link, it'll take you to the page where you can start the download process, and then after that you can move it to the desktop like I have done already. Okay, so now we can go ahead and open up the SD card. Now it doesn't matter how you open up your SD card as long as you can transfer your files successfully. So try to use a reliable source. In this case, I'm going to be using the Hekate SD card tools. It's very reliable. I never have any issues with it. So it's up to you, just letting you know. Now also with the SD card, you do need to have custom firmware already set up on your card or your Switch. And if you don't have this already set up, I'll also leave a link in the description to where you can find my updated pack files, and you can have your SD card set up for firmware 16.1, which is the latest version of Switch firmware, and you can get sorted out that way. Or you can use your own pack from your own source, as long as it's Atmosphere and you have access to the homebrew menu. But other than that, if you have your SD card and you have custom firmware, then we can go ahead and continue. Okay, so now we can go ahead and extract the files to the SD card. Now, I will be using 7-zip to extract these files. So if you want to follow along with me exactly, I'll leave a download link to 7-zip in the description as well. But with 7-zip, I'm going to open the archive. And here you can see the files that we need in order for this title to run. Here is the main folder, and this second file is the folder. That way you can have it on the Switch home menu. I'll be showing this later on in the video, just in case you don't know what I'm talking about, but it'd be up to you if you want to have this. So I'm going to highlight these two files here, files and folders, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to extract them to the Switch folder. Okay, so after all the files have been extracted to the SD card, that's it, we're done. Now we can go ahead and test it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to eject out of my SD card, go back into my custom firmware, and test it out from there. So I'll see you when I get there. Okay, so here at the Switch home, we can check to see if we have the app that we added to the SD card. And we do that by going into album. And here we are in the HB menu. So if you scroll through the HB menu, you can find the app, which is right here. Now this app is actually run from HB menu. So it's really important that you do not run this in applet mode. So if you look up there at the top right hand corner of the screen in red letters, it says applet mode. And this mode here is using the minimum amount of power to run HB menu. But we need the full amount of power of the Switch to run this app. So there's different ways to get into HB menu without applet mode. And if you remember, I was talking about the files earlier. There's an extra file in the pack, and that's a folder, and that helps you install the folder on the home menu, and you're able to access the app from there. So let me go ahead and show you that method first, and then I'll show you the second method after if you don't want it. So the extra file goes inside of the Switch folder, and you can use any of your title installers that you want to install it with. So for example, I'm going to be using mine. If we go into it here, it doesn't matter about applet mode here because it's such a small file. It's not really that important. So I'm going to install from SD card, go down to the Switch folder, and here is where the file is at. Then go ahead and click OK, install the SD card. And once it's installed, I can just push home, and there. Now we have the access of the full HB menu by entering the app from the home menu right here. Now, if you do not want to have this on your home screen, you could do something that's called a title override. Now, a title override is done by this. So if you have a pre-installed title on your Switch, for example, I'm going to be using this one, Metal Slug. If you hover over the title and you hold the R shoulder button and enter the title, so keep holding the R shoulder button, and enter the title, it will open up HB menu without applet mode. So if you look at the top corner there, it's no longer in applet mode. And after you see that, no applet mode, or don't see that actually, you can now go into the RAVC app and run it from here. So there's those two ways. Third option here is to have a folder that is to the HB menu that I also have. So if you're interested in that, you can leave a comment and I will send you a link if you would like. So my app does the same thing, goes into the HB menu without applet mode. So there's several different ways you can do that, and that's pretty much it. Now all we can do is go ahead and test it out. So before I test it out, I just want to let y'all know that I'm not going to be posting any gameplay on this video. Yes, I'm going to be opening the app just to show you that it's working on my end here, technically. But as far as gameplay goes, I will be posting a long clip on my second channel. And this will be the first time I'm actually telling you about the second channel. So I opened one that's called The Other Side. And there I will be posting long gameplays of different types of games. So an example of this video here, if you want to see a longer gameplay or an actual gameplay clip, I will be posting it on that channel. So I'll leave a link in the description to the other channel or to that video link, and that way you can see how the game actually plays on the Switch and how smooth it looks. So just letting you know that a bit before we continue. Okay, now let's test it out. Now the first run, it will take a while to actually boot into the app. I think it took maybe about a minute and a half for it to boot to this main screen here. So just give it a chance. Don't think it's frozen. Wait for it to load. Now here, if we go into options, we have a controller setup, which is awesome. Here now it says it has the gamepad type, which is Nintendo controller, and it has been updated. So it wasn't like that on my previous video, and I was really happy to see that when I made the pack, and it was very nice that it's actually updated. So for here, I'm just going to go into the graphics setup, and I'm going to just change it to the 16 by 9. I know a lot of people on my previous video also said that I was doing a disservice putting it or leaving it as a 4 by 3, something like that. So using 16 by 9, and we're going to keep it like that. I don't know anything about anything else. I'm just going to go ahead and test it out. So that's it. Go ahead and start the game. New game. And here, this is going to take a good while as well. So if you see this message right here, it says only a one-time thing. It says converting textures to optimal format for your video card. So just let this run its course. It's going to take maybe about 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, depending on which switch you have. But I don't know. I really don't know. Just wait for it to finish. And after that, it won't do this again. It'll run the app faster the next time. Okay, so we're in. And just to show you that it's running pretty smooth. It's not really glitching, kind of like the last video I had. You had to kind of tweak it a little bit, and now it seems to be running a lot more smooth. But the biggest update that I was really happy to find is the looking. On my previous video, if you pushed down, it would go up. If you pushed up, it would go down. So it was really backwards, and it was very hard to use. And I don't like the inverted layout. Maybe you're one of those, but I don't like it. I've never been used to that, and I'm so happy that it was fixed on this update. So I don't know what update this one is, but I'm really happy that I had found it. So go ahead and test this out. I'm gonna run at full speed just that way you can see. Doesn't look like it's being a little choppy at the moment. Really responsive. And the background, the rendering is working really well. I like the other one where it was, you can tell it has some cracks, some breaks in the background, but this is running really smooth. So just wanted to show y'all the new updates. That was pretty much it. It was just the looking around, and everything else seems to be good. So yeah, like I said, I just wanted to show you that it's an update on here. But if you, of course, you want to see a longer gameplay, you can check out the second channel, and there I'll be posting updates or uploads of longer gameplay. And if you're interested, I can do multiple parts. So let me know how you feel about that. And yeah, so I appreciate it if you do. But other than that, everything's working for me. I hope everything works for you. You can let me know in the comments if it doesn't work for you. I'll help you out as best I can. And also let me know if it does work for you and how you feel about it. So it's still working here in 2023, and it feels good. I never tried the actual ports from the devs, but I heard that they were really bad. And I was told that these ports were a whole lot better. So it'd be up to you if you want to try them out. But I like the way it feels on here, so pretty glad that I have it again. So that being said, hope everything works for you again. Thanks for watching. I appreciate the support. I love you guys. And as always, I'll see you on the next one.